Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shadow Stitch, and today we are finally getting back into doing some more Pokemon Draft League. I know it's been a while, but we're back. We just took a little bit of a break, and we're in it now, so that's pretty cool. So, shout outs to Quincy and everybody else over there because we are going to be competing in the Prep Hub Draft League Season 2. So, yeah. I was invited to this league, and the biggest selling point to me was they are not going to be doing Tera at all this season, which is awesome. Now, I don't necessarily hate Tera. I think it's a far better mechanic than something like Dynamax, but, you know, taking a break from it and having, like, a more straightforward, I guess, kind of like honest format just seems very appealing to me right now, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So they're also doing something else. They're calling it a rule of one species clause. So for example, say we have a Namorous Incarnate, as you can see in the thumbnail and stuff like that. That means that because we drafted a Namorous Incarnate, nobody else in the league can draft a Namorous Therian, and that extends to all the other Pokemon that have alternate forms. Think of like Rotom, you know, the other Genies, Ogerpon, you know, stuff like that. So if somebody drafts one version of it, it locks out all other versions, which I think is a very cool, something very unique. I'm still on the fence about it, but I think it definitely mixes things up in a nice, interesting way, and that's pretty cool. So this is going to be Wi-Fi. I don't really do Showdown too often, but, you know, that's just a preference thing. Showdown's fine. And then, you know, all of your other standard rules and stuff like that you had come to expect. So, but yeah, overall, definitely looking forward to this. I think we drafted a pretty cool team, so let's go ahead and actually get into it and take a look at that team. So, boom, there we go. So, yeah, we have Enamorous, Glowking, Crocodile, Milotic, Altaria, Komala, Electrode, Whimsicott, Infernape, and Skarmory. Shout outs to Quincy for making this slide. It looks fantastic, very cool. So it's not in order, but I'll go in order like whenever I explain them. So first off, we had Enamorous, really powerful Pokemon, really strong move pool and stuff like that. I've never drafted it before. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun to try this guy out. So or this gal out, whatever. So yeah, you know, can obviously do great stuff with like the contrary, like superpower sets and stuff like that. Can hit just super hard, can go for like some agility shenanigans. Just a really cool Pokemon that I've never used before, and I'm looking forward to trying out. So that's cool. Glowking is up next. Very cool Pokemon. Again, another Pokemon that I've never drafted before. Can, you know, set up Toxic Spikes. Can, you know, take advantage of Chilly Reception with Regenerator. Of course, last generation had Teleport. Doesn't have that anymore, but Chilly Reception is great. You know, manipulating weather, even though we don't really have any way to take advantage of it, is really strong and just can be really cool. It just gives us more options, which is not bad at all. So yeah, just Glowking, really fat, annoying Pokemon that I kind of hate fighting, so maybe some of that rage can be passed to my opponents. So next up, I ended up picking up Skarmory. I originally did want Corviknight, but that got taken I think like round 2, you know, much before me. But it is what it is. Skarmory's still pretty good. I personally think that I use Corviknight a little better, but Skarmory is not bad at all. Spikes is great. I love Spikes. I genuinely love Spikes. I think that, honestly, in a lot of situations, I think Spikes is better than Rocks this generation, which is awesome. But yeah, so that's cool. Also, I forgot to mention, this is an item clause. This league has an item clause, so only one boots. That's cool. So yeah, Skarmory is fantastic. It doesn't get defog, but it, you know, gets reliable recovery, great defensive, great typing. Just overall, y'all know what Skarm does. It's awesome. Crocodile I picked up next. It gives me a dark type, it gives me a ground type, it gives me a comfort pick. Granted, I've used it a lot more in doubles this generation, but, you know, overall, it's just an amazing roll compression mon. You know, knockoff is great, gets rocks, can bulk up, got scale shots. It's just such a good Pokemon. Like, it just covers so many good check boxes on like a draft, and, you know, that's awesome. So Infernape came up next. I have also never used Infernape. Just we got a lot of firsts on this draft, which is pretty cool. So Really good speed tier, amazing move pool, can do so many things. Again, another kind of like roll compression mon, kind of like Crocodile. You know, firefighting typing is deceptively good, defensively, as well as pretty good, offensively, obviously. And just such an amazing move pool, like I said. Like, this thing gets damn near everything, and I love it. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to trying out the monkey, and you know, that's pretty cool. Milotic is a Pokemon that I've drafted before. I think I use it relatively well. You know, reliable recovery. You know, flip turn is great. Alluring voice is actually a really nice option for it that it got, which is cool. Just overall a good Pokemon. It's still got Scald, which is awesome. I love me my water types with Scald. So yeah, honestly, like, that's probably like a biggest reason that I draft like Milotic and Vaporeon and stuff like that. Because like, I've had water types without Scald in the past, and I don't like it. I just want to use Scald. It's so good. So yeah, it's busted move is busted, but you know, it is what it is. Milo, great Pokemon, just really fat and just really annoying, and just a fantastic pivot as well. Whimsicott, we actually used it last season in LET, and it was so fun. This Pokemon is so good. Amazing speed tier. Hits actually really hard for what it is. It was also 7 points, an absolute steal in my opinion. So, you know, I'll take that. I'll take a 7-point Whimsicott, and that's awesome. So, also just really good typing. Fairy, ground. Obviously, you know, have a lot of weakness from the fairy typing and that 4 times weakness to poison, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's actually deceptively bulky. It has an amazing move pool as well. Of course, Prankster is dumb. But you don't even always have to use Prankster because it has a great speed. So, you know, it's just a cool Pokemon. So, Altaria came up next. I really actually wanted Drifblim in this, but, you know, Quincy sniped it from me. So, yeah, don't do that, goober. But yeah, no, Drifblim just kind of ticked a lot of boxes that I wanted. It was a ghost type, had defog, it could just be a bulky Pokemon. You know, so Altaria at least ticks a couple of those. You know, it's not really that fast, but you know, it has setup. It can go for defog. It has reliable recovery and roost. Like, it can be a defensive pivot. It can, you know, be just a good Pokemon. It's not a bad little low tier Pokemon. I'm okay with it. So, and just gives me hazard control, which is nice. Electrode. So front office wanted me to drop Electrode and swap it out for something else, but honestly, I usually really trust my boys, but I want to use Electrode, so I'm gonna stick with them. So also, I guess me having Electrode locks off anybody from taking Hisuian Electrode, which is obviously better, but you know, I didn't have the points for it. So, but yeah, Electrode's just kind of cool. It's fast. You know, having a Pokemon at 150 base speed is useful. It may not be the hardest hitter of the books, but you know, when you got Volt Switch, that's pretty cool. Also gets like Foul Play. It's I think it gets only Light Screen now, but you know, that's fine. Overall, cool Pokemon. I'm okay with it. And last but not least, we got Komala. We got a Spinner. We got a Status Absorber. We got a normal type. We got a Pokemon that actually hits deceptively hard. You know, it's got Priority and Sucker Punch. Like, it's a pretty cool little dude. Yeah, Komala's pretty cool. I've drafted it once. I don't think I've ever brought it, though. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he's a pretty neat little guy. But yeah, overall though, that's my team. I think it's a pretty cool team. Let me know what you think down below. I'm looking forward to it and to this league and just trying to play without Tera, and I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. So also, like I said, a couple Pokemon that I've never used before, you know, like Enam, Infernape, Glowking, which is gonna be really cool, mixed in with some Pokemon that I have quite a bit of experience with, like Crocodile, Milotic, and now I guess you could say Whimsicott as well. So overall, very cool team. Very excited to start this season. I think that we definitely have a team to make those playoffs, but we have a lot of really strong contenders in this league. So, you know, overall, I'm kind of just here to have fun, and I look forward to it. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank y'all so much for stopping by and watching. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.